Hey everybody, Sawyer here, and I'm here to go cover up some of the books I picked up today in my LCS. A little bit of a comic book haul, not much, just like a few newer books that I picked up today mostly for reviewing. Let's go over with uh, Rod Gilry's Farm Hand #2. Really cool cover. I love this book. I read the first issue. It was really cool. Really liked it. It's really interesting. Very different, very unique kind of storytelling. It's basically a story about a guy who runs a farm, and on the farm he grows human organs like through this weird kind of black magic that he's using or something. And of course, other people are trying to steal his secret of how he's doing this, and because he's making a lot of money with the medical side of things, giving people limbs and stuff like that. And this is kind of a cool cover because I mean it shows the guy's son being cut in half, but he's a tree, and I just kind of get this. The first thing I think about is like he's cutting roots, like cutting his ties to his family or whatever, and that's I don't know. I might be reading too much into it, but that's what I get from this cover, and it's kind of a cool concept on this one. Next up, we have Fantastic Four #1. I'm not really a big Fantastic Four fan. I don't. It's not that I don't like them. I never get excited for them, but they haven't really been in the mainstream Marvel universe for a while, from what I remember. So I wanted to pick this up. It looks kind of different. Like the art style looks different than anything I've seen Fantastic Four was. I mean, look at Reed. He looks like an old man. I mean, so I'm kind of interested to check that one out. Then we have this book called Hey Kids Comics. This is I don't really know anything about this. I kind of skimmed through it a little bit, and it looks like it's a book about comic book writers, about comic book creators. So I don't know what the tone is. I don't know if it's going for more of a, it's gonna be I don't know if it's gonna be more of a comedy or if it's gonna be like a satire or what. But I picked it up, just wanted to check it out. Then we have this X-Men Chillers Wolverine Bloodstorm. This is something they kind of did in the '90s. They did these kind of graphic novel shaped novels. Like these are actually more like books, but they have pictures in them, but they're not comic books. They have illustrated pages, kind of scattered through the book. But these are more geared towards younger audiences, and I'll show you for anybody that doesn't know. I used to have a Spider-Man one of these that was about the Wolfman Saga. Because what they do is they collect different story arcs from the old days, and they kind of redo them in a simplified novel form. See, it's pretty simple reading. Like the words are real big text, and they're not. And they make it kind of easier to read. And as you can see, there are illustrations in the book, but I mean they're not every single page. They're just kind of scattered between the book. But yeah, I mean, I got this for $1 in my LCS. It was in the used section, so why not? It just brings back memories from when I used to have the Spider-Man one that was about the Wolfman Saga. I don't actually know what the Bloodstorm story is. I'm assuming that's a real X-Men story that they've just kind of condensed down into a book form. But interested to check that one out. And then we have the Infinity Gauntlet True Believers. This is the only one they had left. I don't know how many True Believers came out this week, if it was just this one or if there was a couple other ones, but my LCS never has them, man. Like, I went to my LCS at 1 o'clock. They opened at 10 o'clock on a Wednesday, and this is the only one they had. Only copy they have of True Believers. Like, I'm like, who the hell is buying these so quick? I don't know if my shop owner just doesn't order enough or what, but I always never can get my True Believers most of the time. Last week I lucked out and got 2, but this week they only had 1. Because I like them. I like the reprints. They're cool. They're cheap. So. Then we got Plasma Man #3. I'm really looking forward to this one. This is probably my most anticipated book. Love the art. Nice albatross cover. Plasma Man is an awesome. I've always loved Plasma Man. He's a great character. The series has been pretty solid so far. I wouldn't say amazing, but it's been pretty solid. This is the 3rd issue of a 6-issue story arc. So that means this is in the halfway point, and usually the halfway point is when things really start getting juicy. So I'm interested to see like where exactly things go from here. And that's all I got for this book. This book haul is very, very quick, very short book haul. Let me know what you got. Let me know what you guys are most excited to read this week. What you picked up. What books have you just giggly like a schoolgirl over? See you guys later, and Later.